So we're
Hey.
so that we're centered.
Oh my God, cheers.
Do you feel centered?
Um, I mean, in more ways than
Speaking of the
one,
universe,
right? It's
how
been a
was your week?
fucking weird week.
So this is episode 8.
Ate, yeah,
Funny because you wrote episode 9, and I was like, well, kind of, sort
kind
of. It's actually episode 10 because one
of.
had no volume.
Oh.
Audio. It all comes back to fucking audio. So, guys, yeah, we got shadows, we got glare.
Do
We've
you know why?
realized a lot
You
of
all know
you,
where we are.
yeah, you know where we are, and you know that we sound better than we have in the last 10
How
episodes.
does this sound right now?
So apparently, yeah, we were canceling each other out. We were voice blasting each other.
And it turns out when you know a guy that runs karaoke and knows how to use audio things, Dale,
Thanks,
this is
Dale.
cheers to Dale.
And if we get his permission, we're gonna put that clip up on our page because he's like, I'm in your computer, and
It's fucking hilarious.
you guys sound great. Like you said, we sound awesome. Best audio ever.
And we didn't want
And
to bring,
he's the one that helped us fix it.
yeah, sorry. Yeah, we didn't want to bring the boom arms out either because they're humongous and we're not in our little Oiler studio at home. We're at camp and this is what we look
We're
like
winging
here and
it.
this is how it
We've been
is.
trying, we've tried a few times. So as I've commented on some of your posts about our audio, we knew that we were really struggling there. We knew
And we
it.
apologize so profusely. Even I had to turn us off.
We couldn't figure it out, and we were so grateful for our loyal people, at least two of you, Chris and
Missy and
Sarah,
Sarah.
that have like stuck with it, stuck with us, and just like
Now you can
given us
now you can recommend us to your
giving
friends.
us feedback week after week. It's because of you that we've just kept going and trying to figure it out. And yeah, once we asked someone that knew what they were doing, it was like bing bang boom, give this a try, and here we are.
Turns out the
So maybe
mics,
this will actually be
right?
the best one
It,
yet.
it, it should. And it turns out these microphones that Emma got us with the equipment are really, really good. And I had the mic sensitivity up to like 87 or something.
Well, remember we
should
were
be
saying
fine.
9:15, 9:20.
And
It's
it should have,
actually supposed to be 8:10 too.
yeah, it should have been at like
10 to
fucking
9.
yeah,
10 to
a.m.,
9.
not p.m. But yeah, so it should be good now. We got new cups. I got us some cups for camping. Hers is actually
Camping
rose gold.
cups.
We know that there's
So
shadows and the light's a little wonky, but like I said, we're in the gazebo. It's raining right now.
it is. It's
Pretty
beautiful.
awesome. We've got Haley in the corner, Mike and Emma on the couch here, both fighting to stay away.
Oh,
Oh, and the
and
baby's on the
Nova,
floor.
and she had surgery this week.
Oh, that's right.
So, well, I had to. I was like, I'm not bringing an unspayed dog to this campground just in case she gets out, she goes running, whatever. And we wanted to do it before she went into her first heat cycle. And
Wait, I thought she had didn't she wear a diaper before?
she did, but because it was Christmas, we're like, oh, we'll do it after Christmas. But then it's like Christmas. No, Quincy's birthday, Christmas, New
No, but
Year's, Haley's birthday.
right.
So
But didn't she already have a period? Like
that's what I'm saying.
oh,
So
confused.
yes. So we were going to do it, but we were like, it's Christmas. Finances were low.
Yeah.
And then she got her period December 31st.
Oh, okay.
So we didn't have time to wait. So and then she had it, I think 6 weeks, at least
It
5.
was fucking forever.
Thank God for doggy diapers. Those are and not the disposable ones. Those suck. The real, like you wash them. We got a 3-pack on Amazon. You only undo one side. Let me give you a pro tip on putting on a doggy diaper. Speaking of diapers, my brother had his baby. We talked
Oh my
about that
God,
already,
she's
but
freaking cute, man. She's got this perfect
but
little
dog
round
diapers
head.
are they're just as easy. You undo one side, so you put the leg in, you stick the tail through, and then you do up the other side. And here's the thing, my dog, it took her about 5 tries before she knew she had to hop up on the couch to put it on. So she'd go outside, I'd let her out, and then she'd come in, hop up on the couch, let me put her diaper on, run to the pantry, gets a treat. Like this dog has had so many issues. She had 3 ear infections that every time I have to give her medicine or
She
every time I
high-tailed
have
it
to
for the
put something
fucking
to
hill.
hers, no, she knows. She knows it
Oh,
needs a treat.
so that sounds familiar. That's
So
it.
cute.
That is freaking cute. And we've got a
So
fire
no,
going as well in the fire. We're in the gazebo at camp at our site, strictly because we have Wi-Fi and we need it here. But we have a wood burning fireplace, so we have that going in the background. You can probably hear it. It's freaking awesome.
if you can hear it, thumbs up, but you can't smell it, and that's the best
Oh my
part of being
God.
back.
And
out
it's
here
been
at
a
camp.
great first weekend. Like,
Great food, chili cheese dogs yesterday,
yeah.
and then hot dogs and stuff on the fire. We went to the butcher. So it used to be Skinner's. It's on Away Packers now.
Yep.
They have the best jalapeno cheddar dogs. Only when you put them on the fire. If you try and
Yeah.
cook it on a barbecue, they're hot as hell. They
Well, and
burn
when
your
you
mouth.
bite into them, you get squirted with hot cheese, and you have fucking fourth degree burns on your face
Yes, that's
cheese
the best part.
from fucking hot.
So we got that, and then we got marshmallows, and we went on an adventure actually this morning.
It was a weird, fun day.
They've never been to Bag Days. No one really knows what Bag Days. It's something we've made up
Well, yeah,
out here.
it's a thrift store in town, a town away, and you get like, what is it, 6 pounds of clothes for $10.
Yeah.
Which is great. And they have so much stuff. And it actually is the cheapest thrift store I've ever seen. Like when
It's
things
great.
are meant to be $1, like they're actually $1. It's right. It was crazy. Emma.
Oh my gosh.
So you guys will get to learn that Emma and I love to humiliate each other in public. We do it all the time. Actually, we really should record it because it's fucking funny.
That would be
So
funny.
Mike is in town, Jen's husband, and he picked up a pair of or a bag of Depends, like undergarments for incontinence, which I do not have at this present time. But he yells,
Big old bag of diapers.
yeah, he yells across the thrift store, which was very busy today, by the way. And he goes, "Hey, Steph, they're way cheaper here." And I looked and I laughed, of course, because we don't get offended. And I said, "That's totally something Emma would do." And he goes, "She's the one that told me to do it."
They have what you need and they're way cheaper across like all the people. Oh,
It was so well that one time at Alberta Beach, it was a few years ago. Emma and I were at the beach market, which is the grocery store in town. And I love that fucking grocery store so much. Their fresh
Yeah.
bakery, like it's so good. But anyway, Emma doesn't buy certain feminine products because she is embarrassed. She just doesn't like to do it. So
Mike buys me feminine products.
Emma will not even buy her own. She orders them from Amazon so people don't see her buying them. I know, it's hysterical.
Speaking of diapers, he
Wait.
always does that. He's like, "Babe, this is what you need." I'm like, "Babe, wrong aisle." He does
my
it on
God.
purpose. Same thing.
So we were walking down the first aisle there, and I grabbed a box of like supers, and I yelled because she was walking ahead of me, and I said, "Babe, didn't you say you wanted supers this time?" She turned, and it was the first time that I'd like actually done that in public. She didn't think it was funny that time, and she turned around and she's like, "You are not fucking funny." I'm like, "I am fucking hilarious."
Right.
So now it's a game. When we're out in public and she'll say something loud or I'll say something loud and we just laugh because it's fucking hilarious. So then
It's like doing a punch buggy.
it's so fucking funny.
Gun Tower. I was
So-
telling you guys about that today.
Yes. So we went to the bag store,
Yeah.
the thrift store. Then we
Sixers.
went to this adorable little store that carries all like local vendors.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, sorry, the grocery store. Oh, this is a funny story actually. So Emma
The lady, you go.
So
Go.
Emma didn't have her glasses, she forgot them. So
No, she didn't forget them. She asked you to make sure you brought them.
oh yeah,
'Cause she was going to
I
get the
forgot
car.
I definitely forgot them. So we get to the grocery store and we all kind of scatter. Mike and Jen go one way, me and Billy go another. Emma's wandering around. So we're all just like checking out this new grocery store like it's the best thing ever. So we're going around. Billy and I are over by like the cheeses, and there's this other lady standing by us, and she's this blonde lady. But Emma had come down the aisle, but just heard me, but didn't have her glasses on and walked towards that blonde woman. And she was like, "Hey," and I was standing there on the side like this. Hey, we're over here.
Hey there.
She goes and grabs this other woman, and the woman's like, "Oh, hey, honey," and then holds up her basket. Wanna buy my stuff for me? We're like,
Are you paying today?
that right? It was hilarious. Like it was so funny. So then after that, oh, but I want to tell what this one. Hang on. We went to that weird antique store. There was like, it was like something out of a Stephen King novel.
It
It was
it was a
creepy.
flea market, but
No, it
like
was an antique store.
expensively priced flea market.
No, it was a legit antique store. It
Oh.
was an antique store, but like,
Well, it was junk that was overpriced. In
the-
my
right?
eyes.
But this was so funny because we're wandering through. We've been there like 20 minutes because it was way bigger than you thought. I thought we were going to get sucked into another dimension.
We just kept walking.
It was like we were in a
There's
Stephen
a
King
new
novel. Right, yeah, we just kept walking. So then
no one was working.
I said, is it me or have you not seen one person that works here yet? And she's like, no. So I went, I found this cute keychain that I wanted. So I bought this keychain.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden the lady was there
It
at the
just
desk.
pops up
And I'm like, oh,
from behind.
yeah.
Or-
But it was a really cool, creepy place. But like we were actually gonna fucking buy this. It was a cassette, like a Walkman, that didn't even have headphones, mind you. And they wanted $10 for it. And we were gonna make the joke that hey, we were gonna hold it up and say, hey, you guys, we got our audio fixed with this
Figured
Walkman.
out, guys, with this cassette tape Walkman. It didn't even have the connecting strings or
No.
nothing. It was just the square box that held the cassette tape. And they wanted $10. This is why I said it was overpriced junk. Like
It was.
they wanted so much money for the most ludicrous things, and I was like, "You got what now?"
It was bizarre. Just bizarre. So yeah, that was our on away
Baron,
adventure.
we went to Burger Baron, which I have never been to that one.
You guys,
Amazing milkshakes.
and I want to do a pizza day. We have to do a pizza day where we fucking go.
And you saw they have a 2-for-1, 2 large pizza
Yeah.
special,
That would be perfect.
right?
We get 4 pizzas for everybody. We grab 2. You guys grab 2.
Yeah.
And that would be perfect.
So you got us these new camping cups.
Yeah.
Cool.
They're actually
Super
mule
cute.
cups, like for Moscow mules, but we can be like spilly talkers. So
Right,
we should have wine with handles. It just makes it makes the most sense.
right.
I'm dying to listen to this back.
So we also went to a watch party for the first time ever.
Mm.
So I always was like, oh, that would be fun, but like we're too old for that. It's like trying to go to the bar nowadays. Like I'm too old. A pub, yeah. Bar, no. So, but my sister, and my nephew were in town still. And my nephew really wanted to go. So he convinced his mom. He's like, if we go to the watch party, can we stay and like skip school? Come on, like life's about memories, right? So she says, yeah. So then I'm like, well, Casey's coming. It's the only time I'm ever gonna get to take Brooklyn because this, to me, the watch party is not for kids. Like I've seen stuff happen,
The
you know,
fights.
just the violence, the drinks getting thrown,
Yeah.
just all the things, right?
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I never wanted to take the kids and I never had interest in waiting in line all day long and blah, blah, blah. But so Casey, my sister, says yes. I'm like, okay, well, we're all going to go. It's going to be a family thing then. And we'll just form a circle. We'll put the kids in the middle and they'll be safe.
Oh,
and it'll be
tell them
fun.
which watch party you went to because you didn't
Oh,
mention.
the Oilers,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
Hello. I went to an Oilers round too.
There we go. Yeah.
Let's cheers. Ting, ting.
That fucking edible that you gave me, I can feel it. I'm starting to get warm.
It's a, let's do our shout out.
Oh, yeah.
actually.
Where is that?
It's a featured. This
Our
week's
featured edible is
candy infused candy.
I had that
edibles.
little red one. It tasted
It's a
like
herbivore edible.
an
But
herbivore.
it's a herbivore.
It's for fucking for vegans, for veggie
It
eaters.
says herbs. You don't say herbs and spices. It's herbs.
I didn't say herb.
Yes, you said herb. It's an herbivore. I said it's a herbivore.
I say herbivore.
But you don't say herbs and spices.
I do say herbs and spices.
But you're not from the States. What are you
But it's always been herb.
Is it the roof too?
No, but herbs and spices.
Herbs. No one says herbs. Let's go grow some herbs. Girl, can you help me grow some herbs? Oh my god.
Emma's
So-
busy. It's herbs and spices.
No, it's fucking
When
herbs.
you listen to the KFC commercial with their
Emma
11
Theresa,
special herbs and spices.
Herbs. Babe,
Mike,
herbs or herbs?
Mike.
Babe, he doesn't want to say.
Oh, holy, did he just gave us
Herbs
the
or
side eye.
What do you say at work? Grab the herbs? No way. It's not herbs.
Have you heard the KFC commercial with 11 special herbs and spices?
No, it says herbs.
They do not pronounce the H. It's a silent H.
Like jalapenos get hooked. Oh my god. But he's crying. My husband's making fun of me. He's like, I don't want to be here. I didn't sign up. The watch party was super fun. We got in, we cut the line. No one got mad, thank God. Because we ran into Quincy, and I was like, you know me, I don't break rules. But I was like, Quincy was here, and then it still went down and around the corner, and God knows
crazy.
So he's my son. He lives in my house. We were all going there to be with them. They didn't want to hang out with us, obviously.
Right.
But
did they sell alcohol at those things? Oh wow.
yeah. They got signs. We found this foam finger on the floor, and the only thing I can figure is there's like a little rip out of the back, like a little cut. And other than that, it was step done, because instead of picking things up or moving it, or do people step on it. And I said, Brooklyn, go pick that up, because people just kept stepping on it and walking around it. Oh, where do you want her to go?
I just wanted to make the fire bigger.
Babe, she needs a log on the fire.
Haley, I think you're on fire duty.
Oh, hey. It was fun though.
Yeah, I've never been to one.
It's worth going at least once. It was actually more fun than I thought. And I think
Interesting.
the more into the series it
cute.
goes, the better I think
Yeah.
it'll get. But then that's when you wait longer and longer and longer
Right.
to get in. How was your week? Your first week at your new job?
Yeah, it was actually pretty cool. I fucking hell that there's a lot of walking you got to do. And that building that we work in is it's so creepy. And I'm like, I said to my team lead, I'm like, this building's haunted, isn't it? And they're like, oh yeah. Because you can feel it. Like when you go into the bathrooms and you're just like, you just want to get in and out as quickly as possible. Yes, like the Legion. But it was good. I learned a lot, and the training's going really well. Other than
Yeah, you
that,
finished early.
yeah, yeah. I'm gonna need
That's
a
so
refresher
crazy.
though. But yeah, it's great. It's bizarre being back in the office, and I've been reminded how loud I am. Because there's another agent that sits on the other side of me, and the trainer comes over. She's like, let's just remember that a seal's on the other side of you, and we'll just
Oh,
check
my
our volume. And I'm like, I know, I'm sorry. So yeah, I'm learning how to like talk in a lower tone.
I love the adult interaction.
Yeah.
And I love that it's the same job every day, but every day is not the same, because it's different
Right.
people, which is why I've always loved retail, because it's just different people every single day.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's been awesome for me.
No, I love that. I'm pausing this.
I don't think it paused.
I thought okay, it's good. It's the little thing moving. Yeah.
Being the squiggly. So it's crazy. Like last episode, we were talking about signs, and I feel like they've been just coming. It's been snowballing.
It's because we're doing this, because we've manifested this. No, but finish your story, because
It's totally been snowballing ever since we've done our vision boards, and it's true. Like, and we talk about it over and over. Now you'll actually hear what we're saying, so maybe it's good we're saying it again. We think
I feel like we need to do them all over.
I'm so grateful that some of you have been so patient. And if you start recommending us and saying we're hilarious and you love us, tell them to start at episode 9 if this one's good, because they're only going to get better. And like I said last time, this is the best one yet. I really think we have it. The soundboard that we were using was just super fucked up. So we have that. And I got a new microphone set, and we think we just need an adapter, and we'll be able to do like an on the go. So if we want to do ghost adventures, you found that new app that
Yeah,
tell them
Brandon
what that is.
Nautica. I don't know. I came across it on TikTok, and it's like you hit start, and it takes you to something creepy around you, like near you. And some of the TikToks are pretty creepy.
I've never heard of it before.
It's creepy. We should watch some of the reviews. It's really
We
creepy.
tried it out, but we were not, because we're in a campground that has different roads and different sites and different.
And we
there's-
can't go into other people's property.
There's places we don't have access to, and we're almost certain it was in a place we
Yeah.
didn't have access to. But we wanted to see what it was, but it won't tell you until you get into the purple
Right.
zone. So we're hoping to go on an adventure
Yeah.
with these other mics when we start figuring
Right.
out the audio, and go do some of this kind of stuff with you guys, and we can just like
And also, that's why we're holding these. Like I said, I didn't want to bring the boom arms. So if we have the smaller mics, we can just clip on for when we're out here. And then when camp's over and we're back at
Summer
the
camp.
Oilers cave, we'll go back to our arm and whatever. I did want to quickly mention that Jen and I talked about it, and with the feedback we've gotten from people, from Sarah, Chrissy, and my sister Stacy, about us not finishing our stories, and we apologize. We are very well aware that we squirrel. Okay, we're aware that sometimes we might get a little high and we forget what we were talking about.
we're nervous.
Right. But we made an agreement that we're going to make sure we are cognizant of finishing stories, because people are like literally saying to me, that story was like going to be so funny. And then
Yeah.
you went off on something, and I don't like, what the fuck was the end of that story? I'm like, oh
Yeah.
my God, I don't even know.
And our stories are all meant to have like mad love and respect for the people that we bring in. Like, we don't want this to be about negativity. Some of the things that we brought up in the last one were like, should we leave it in? Should we not? You know what? We want it to be raw, real, unfiltered. We want,
But we're not mean girls either.
No, we're not mean girls.
No.
And some of the things we talked about, like the fire, the tragedy, and there was a couple other things that I posted. I posted them on our Facebook thing, but they were things we had talked about in the podcast, and then all of a sudden they came up in my memories, and I was like, this
Right.
is it. This is the signs. Like, and I really want to ask my friend Laura, and I hope she listens. And if not, I'm just going to ask her anyways. She's becoming a medium, and I want her to be a guest where we can tune
That
in.
would be freaking amazing.
Right? She doesn't live here. She used to. She's my friend.
We
from
can
here.
do an we can do
We
an
can do
invite.
one of our invites, and
That'd be
she
cool
can
live.
she can just tell us like whatever she thinks, whatever she sees. She's just getting into it, so it'll be a good shout out for her.
Yeah.
It'll be awesome for us to see if there's people that have messages for us, and that's stuff that we believe in as well. So it's so cool to see, since we've done our vision boards, that everything is manifesting, and some of the things that we talk about and we dream about, and we're like, this is the best one, and then it sounds like shit, and we're like, oh my God. But we haven't given up. We've done 10 episodes. That means at least 10 weeks we've committed doing this, stuck it through, knowing that it doesn't sound the greatest.
And listen, I and Emma knows this. I can tend to procrastinate or give out. Like, I get a project and I'm like, okay, that was fun. I'm bored.
Yeah.
And I'll move on to something else. But like we mentioned in the very first episode, like
Yeah.
I've always wanted to do something in broadcasting. So I'm like, I'm not giving up on this. And you do this, you've been doing this forever. And I've wanted to do this forever. So I'm like, I'm not giving up. And that's why Dale,
Thank
thank
you.
you, buddy. I love you so much.
If
for
you
real.
give us your consent, we are gonna upload that little clip of you guys.
I'm in
when
your
you gotta figure it
computer.
out. Yeah, it's super cute. They tested. We tried and tried. Couldn't figure it out. And we were getting so frustrated. I said, well, it's not meant to be. And guys, listen, there was one time when we did 2 episodes. So we have one in our back pocket. It's the back
It's actually a
pocket
funny episode.
It's great.
It's
we
the
were
one
gonna
with the
call
wine and the oil.
the wine and the oil,
It's
because
really funny.
we recorded an episode, and then
And I'm going to
had
Vegas
some
soon,
oil.
so at least we've got that as backup too.
We had some oil. We went and ate. We had some oil. We had some wine. And listen, when I say like I took a gummy, oh, I took a stronger one because my husband's home. I sober up. You guys can attest to this. I don't do this and then drive home. We usually film early, and I will then switch to water.
And we have dinner. We make dinner. We might watch
a movie or some
Yeah.
shows. Like I'm there for hours.
Yeah.
My brother says to me, Jen, you're telling everyone that you're doing this stuff and driving. And I was like, oh my God, no. I
Not at all.
don't condone that. I don't drink and drive. I don't like to even
Sometimes
smoke
we'll
and
have-
drive or do an edible and
Sometimes we'll
drive.
have the gummy at noon, wait till it kicks in. And even then, we're not drinking wine at 1 in the
No. Oh, no.
afternoon. Like, we didn't even have our first glass tonight until 9:30.
We
Like,
just poured
we
it
just poured
for
it.
this
Yeah.
episode because
So,
I think we finally figured it out. So we're like, okay, cheers. Let's get our
cheers
camping cup
again.
because she bought these beautiful camping
They're
cups
so
for us.
fucking cute.
We have our other blue ones,
Look how
At
big they are,
home.
too. Like, they're fucking huge.
and then they've got the sippy cups.
I love it.
We can't spill so much.
No. So yeah, I think this is like the beginning of, oh, do you know what I was wondering?
What?
And we actually never discussed this. And maybe Chrissy or whoever, even Shauna, did we discuss this? Do we do seasons? Do we do like 20 episodes and call it a season? Or are we going to do our 52 weeks like we committed to doing an episode a week? Because I think that we should, because it's a goal.
hmm
And then after that,
At least for the first year.
and then after that, once we actually have people watching us, maybe we'll do seasons. Unless you really
maybe.
want us to keep doing it 52 weeks. I mean, we can try.
But you know what I love is that so we've got this episode in the back pocket and we did it just for fun because we were on a roll.
It was funny.
The
Like,
conversation was flowing. So again,
was
the audio is
perfect.
probably going to be horrible.
yeah.
But it's so funny and you're going to love it. You're going to laugh your ass off. If we can find someone that can figure out how to like almost pull out the audio and I don't know what you got to do. Listen, we've said from the beginning we are not technology savvy. All along we've had things way out of whack and we've known it.
And you know what? I'm so, like, when I get an idea in my head and I just want to do it, I
Yeah.
jump the gun always. I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this now. You know, like, and we did. Emma ordered this stuff. I'm like, okay, let's do it. Let's record.
Right.
And we
I was
did
like,
all-
slow things down. We need to make
We-
a game plan. We need to figure out a name. We need to know what we want to talk about. Like
that was
I'm
easy though. It was all of
Right.
this, but you know what? Had we not gone through all of this and known how much work you actually have to put into it, it's a
growing pains.
yeah. So pardon, but it's a lot of work though. And had we not gone through these growing pains,
Mhm.
and it just been easy, but it actually still isn't. You know, Jen takes the notes. She makes all the Facebook stuff. I'm in behind there doing YouTube and doing TikTok and doing
Yeah, I love
Reels.
that.
And she's pulling up cute things and coming up with tagline. Like every time I see them, I'm like,
It
it
works
works. Fucking
good.
think of this.
It's
crazy.
I get a thought and I run.
Yeah,
That's
and
how I've always been. So the last 12 years I've done businesses from home and
Yeah.
that's what it is. Like just share what you love and why you love it and like why in that moment it's in your mind. And so that's what I do with this. I try and be as authentic and genuine. Like this sign, we're sitting here laughing. I'm going to do like
oh my
one
God.
of these things is not like the other. And I'm going to put like 4 cocktail signs in a meme. And
I
I'm
see it
putting
now though. I see the S now though.
there's no S.
Yes, I see it. It's at the end of the L and it
Oh,
goes up like this. I see it now. I can see it. We have these light up signs that like literally burn your retinas and make you blind. One says cocktails, one says open. But we were looking
That's
at it
not it.
earlier and
It's
the
not in it.
C-O, the O's not closed. It looks like it's but the S, I can see it now. It goes like that. Do you see it?
Yeah, it's just
It's
not
a hand-
connected.
That's right. I do see it now.
Okay.
But I also see cocktaily.
Cocktaily or
Look, when you first get in your golf cart and drive the first opening May 1st weekend out here,
you've told them this story.
yeah, it's like you're in you've got a blanket,
A polar.
you're freezing. It's so cold. And it was so hot yesterday, it felt like July. It was crazy. Same with today. But then at night, it still turns back into Alberta where you
It's
need a hoodie and a fire going
Right.
and if you don't get a fire going in the gazebo to warm it up, if it gets too late, like now it's 9:48. If it gets to like 10:30, it's now so cold in here that you don't even want to light a fire because it takes forever to warm up. Well, not forever. It's not this huge gazebo, but
Yeah.
So these are curtains. This actually zips up. If we ever record during the day, we'll open it up. But we wanted to get the audio figured out today while with our.
Leather furniture, because we've always said that we glamp out here. We don't.
Well, we got this. We got these two pieces, these two beautiful leather pieces, on the side of the road for $40
do that.
in Alberta Beach. We happen to have our trailer
Large
attached to the
item
car.
pickup.
It was freaking awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're happy to be back here. It's been a little surreal. Like
Where'd my husband go? It must be too hot in here.
Yeah, did he leave? That's what I thought. I think he left.
He might have. I don't know. He didn't say, but he didn't want to interrupt, I'm sure. You guys can walk home.
Or you could go hang out in Billy's bunkhouse if you want.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh,
That's fun.
then I don't know what to tell you, ladies.
So reality shows this week you watched?
Oh, fuck yeah. Do you
I like
you
the
don't watch
Below
Young and
Deck.
the Restless, do you?
No.
For fuck's sake.
I never have.
Okay. Yeah, I don't watch Below Deck. Survivor was good this week.
Yep.
I was happy to see that girl Eva win some stuff.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I like her a lot.
You want me to take you home? You want me to take you home?
You like a ride on
You
the
like,
golf
right,
cart.
we'll put the taxi sign on.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
So,
See.
before we get into our reality, I want to just say Emma was just saying she's going to take Jen's daughter and friend home. But our buddy Matt put a taxi sign. Did I talk about this? I don't
Yeah,
remember.
we posted the video.
Oh, that's right. But
They wouldn't know though. They
so
we can re-talk about everything all over again.
I mean, it did sound so bad. I'm honestly.
So retell it. Let's go.
Re-
It is cool.
And you may hear stories now that we have repeated because it did sound so bad.
Mhm.
But the kids love driving around at night with it because it lights up just bright white taxi and it looks like a taxi sign from the 80s. And people love it. Like people, and a guy actually randomly walked up to us and he goes, "I heard you got a new horn this year." And we pushed it and it was so loud he like jumped. It's supposed to go Aruga and instead it's just like this terrifying horn.
Oh, that's like our friends that got little baby silk chickens. And they were all supposed to be just cute little silk chickies, and one of them ended up being a rooster. And so she put in the garage to house them. Had the chicken coop and stuff in the garage. But the rooster didn't do. It didn't do.
The rooster didn't do?
No.
What didn't it do?
Did
it not roo?
It didn't do the do.
It
It
did
just
roo the
did,
do?
it just did cockadoodle. So, but it was trained like when the sun comes up. So every time she flicked down the light, it'd be like cockadoodle.
Shut
No do.
up.
No do.
That is hilarious.
Until she got rid of that damn thing because she's like, I can't handle a rooster that just cockadoodles.
Oh, that's so funny. That I would like that. Cause I'd be wake up and I'm like, dude, are you gonna finish that or?
Right. Wait, just waiting.
Oh my god. Okay,
That's like
so
your roo.
yeah, Survivor was good this week, but I don't remember a whole lot. Amazing Race was good this
Oh,
week.
I liked
Non-elimination leg. What the
I
hell?
was actually really surprised by that.
I was too.
Like my jaw just hit the floor because I
Yeah.
was like, I don't actually remember them ever saying that it's not.
I could have swore Phil said at the very beginning of the season, there as always there's
He's-
no non-elimination legs.
No, he said expect tons of different twists and turns you've never seen before. Actually.
I don't know.
What else? Anything? I watched Law and Order SVU. That's one. It's not a reality
I've
show.
never watched any of those shows ever because I'm a comedy person.
I'm waiting
Like
for
I'm
this
still
one.
watching.
SVU.
Holy Christ! I don't even know if there's a date for Real Housewives of New Jersey to come back. I cannot wait.
So it's so funny because when we used to have to figure things out, we'd have to go look in the encyclopedia. And we've been trying to figure out, not going back. We're not dwelling. Sorry, guys. After this episode, if it sounds good, this is our last bullshit talk about audio. But like, we'd go look in our encyclopedias and figure things out. And so I bought these new microphones because I'm like,
we're
ones
trying
aren't-
anything at this point.
These
like,
aren't working. They've invested money. I've invested money. like I bought the mic and stuff, but then Emma bought other stuff, and so I was like, "Babe, can you order these mics?" And they're the ones that, what's his name, Casino Bob or something? The guy that
Haley just choked on her sunflower seeds.
that casino guy that wears that.
Jack? Jack is Jack?
No, I don't.
Vegas Jack?
Maybe.
Vegas fucking Jack?
Oh no.
I don't know.
But he's got these wireless mics. And actually thinking about it, when you watch Big Brother and stuff, they always just have that little ball thing there.
They got the
And
they got the booster pack. Yeah, they were.
That's what this is, essentially. That's what I just bought.
Yeah.
That's so we were trying to figure that out, and
And we also wanted something smaller for out here, so we're not lugging around our giant microphones that apparently are so fucking sensitive.
everything we can. You guys, we're really, literally pulling out
We're
of
not
this.
giving up.
We're trying.
You are gonna fucking hear 52 weeks of fucking.
How shitty our audio was, and we won't talk about it anymore. Anyway,
No, but yeah. So Jen ordered these. We tried them today, but they don't want to seem to connect to the computer. We need an adapter, so we're gonna get the adapter because we, like we said, we still want to have these on the go, smaller mics for when we do go ghost hunting and stuff like that. And I still want to keep these for when we're back in. I like to call it our little Oiler studio because I think it's so fucking
is.
cute. And
Yeah.
we get that set up. And you know what? We might even just get some mics. that
we
just
can
sit
go to
on
the cozy
fucking-
couches too, because we can. If
I
you're
am
calling it-
dying. You guys wait till we get back. And you know what? That's what we'll do. We'll do the opening after camp episode on the couches.
New logo today.
Shit, yes.
So this is going to load on Tuesday, and here's your warning. Sunday is Mother's Day. This is going to come out on Tuesday. So if you're a
Wait,
planner,
not this Sunday.
yes,
Tomorrow's,
May 11th,
no, but tomorrow's, this is
Yeah.
coming out this Tuesday.
right?
No, this one's coming out this Tuesday.
Right.
That's not May 11th.
Yes. That Mother's Day is coming up in less than a week.
I thought you meant tomorrow was Mother's Day.
Mother's Day is a week from tomorrow, but this is coming out Tuesday. So get shit for your mothers, you guys, because
That
if
was
we have the
fucking
blessing
funny.
of still having our mothers, and I don't always, I'm bad for this, birthdays and Mother's Day and Father's Day, and like it, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I do when I can. If we're struggling financially and stuff, I don't. And that's just the reality. If I can't do for both, then I won't do for any, all of that. But I ordered my mama and my mother-in-law some flowers. They're going to be delivered on Sunday. So that's what I'm giving you guys the warning that it's coming up.
That's so cute. Yeah, I'm going to Vegas on the 26th, which is the Monday. It's the Monday because team starts Tuesday. I'm not playing singles this year, but I'm flying out of Calgary because it's cheaper to fly to Calgary. It's always cheaper to fly to Calgary to go anywhere really. But I'm going to go home on the Sunday to hang out with family and see mom and everybody before I fly out. So I talked to her the other day.
Yeah.
And at the end of the conversation, she goes, "Keep in touch."
10-4. My son, now that he's on the rigs, he'll be like, I said, okay, babe, like, let me know when you're on your way or something like that. He'll be like, copy. And my husband does the same goddamn thing. And now I know why. It's just a rig thing. Like, when you get the message, yeah, it's like, yeah, 10-4.
I just thought it was funny, like that my mother was said, "Keep in touch," like I was her cousin. Yeah, Stacy, you can tell mother, I'm keeping in touch. It was no,
Right.
I'm
It's
not.
not
Where the,
happening.
oh, Emma took the girls.
Yeah. Good thing it's
God.
starting to rain again. I can feel it.
Can you hear the crickets?
So it's a fun week. You had your first week a week.
My week a week? Week a week a week a
Tongue twisters. You've had your first week of work.
Actually, yeah, it was really good. It was good.
Exciting.
I really enjoyed it.
And our camping logo we're gonna bring up today. So we'll post it in a few days. That's what I was getting to. I don't want to post it until some of you have heard it, because you'll be like, "Hey, where's that camping logo?"
Yeah, I have to switch it over on Spotify
no,
first.
You're gonna put it with this one.
Yeah.
Never mind.
So when I post this, I'm just gonna. So it's kind of like it's not a rebrand. It's just a camping logo because it's
We may
really,
have a
really.
Halloween I
Yeah.
have a New Year's one. We
It's-
may just go back and forth between.
Well,
the
and
two.
I like the idea of the different branding, and it's funny because when I made this one, I hate the color purple. Okay,
I love this one.
I hate
Pink and
purple.
purple and
Had I
silver are my
not-
colors.
Well, because I had said 90s Gen X, and that's what that's what I got. So, and
That's
that's okay.
hilarious.
It's whatever. But
That's
that's
my
why I
wedding
like
colors.
the idea of changing them.
Yeah.
Because it's not a rebranding. It's just if maybe you want a hoodie, but you don't want the purple one.
Yeah.
And you like the camping one because it's got teal in it.
That's exactly.
And that's what it's got. So
That's what I want. Like if there's a Halloween one that's fun.
yeah.
Or like little memes, like when we said about the boys, like they chop the wood. I think a picture of Emma and Mike where it just says they chop the wood. Like I think people would buy that shit because it's hilarious.
It is hilarious. Do you know what I just watch this? Look at this, you guys. Look at the size of my fucking.
You were saying that the other day.
I
your
know, but
man
every
hats.
time
I don't think I have
hold
man
my
hats. Let me see.
on the camera, they look like. Look at. Oh my God!
Let's see.
Look how huge they are.
Oh yeah, that's like Andre the
Dude,
Giant.
I have man hands.
Here, let me match
That
yours.
is. Look at them. I can. You know the Folgers coffee cans.
Yeah.
I can palm those. I can pick one up like that.
Oh, did you play basketball? You should have.
No, I'm only 5'4". I've got man hands.
Yeah, but you could have.
Do you know why?
Palm that shit.
Because of that extra disc in my lower back. The orthopedic surgeon that I met when I was 14, when I started having lower
What the
back
hell?
pain, when I started having lower back pain and they found the extra disc in my back, it stunted my growth. So my legs grew, which end right here, but my torso didn't grow, but my hands and my feet did. So I'm like a totally abnormal man hand fucking
You know what stunted my growth?
fucking I don't know.
Coffee.
Oh, coffee does not stunt growth. It cannot.
Yes.
No, it does not.
Remember?
That's what they
If you-
said.
If you kids
They also
play
said
get-
acid rain was going to kill us. Oh my God. I remember the news. The acid rain. Don't go outside.
Do you remember that girl that fell in the well?
Fucking, yeah. Jessica? Baby Jessica. That
Yes,
was
is
like
that
the
her
very
name?
first like national news story I remember seeing. This is
Yeah.
actually an interesting topic to get on. Like the very first thing that you remember seeing on the news that stuck with you, and that's one of them is baby
That is
Jessica
one
in
of
the
them.
well.
Because it was like, how in the fuck did anyone ever let that happen? And I was young.
I know when
I
the
see
curtains
these-
blow, it's fucking.
Oh, that was like when you got tapped coming back from on.
Wait, we're getting
Oh,
off.
wait,
Wait,
on.
are we off topic? We don't want to get off topic.
Okay, well, we're talking about baby Jessica.
Okay, so that was like one of the very first major news stories that I remember. Like, I don't know.
It just seemed so weird and strange. And she was in there for so
But
long
also-
and she survived. I still.
If you're watching right now,
Oh,
the wind is I thought I saw a hand come out of the curtain.
you know what? So, okay, another off
Swear to
topic.
fucking Christ, Haley.
Curtain sucked our friend. It came around her and like pulled the couch and her back through.
I think you
during
might want to
that
give them a little more
hailstorm.
context. Yeah.
I don't want to name names, but
No, not the names. Just say
It was
what's
just
the
like
kind of
this.
storm that was going on.
there was a
Babe, are
big.
these clipped?
It was a hailstorm. It was a hailstorm, and we're on prairie provinces, so when the wind gets going, it's crazy. Could have been close to being a tornado. There was tornado
We
warning.
get some wonky weather out here.
And literally, the curtain at my house blew through. My friend was on the couch, sucked her and the leather love seat, same as this, back through and out the other side. It was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, we get
It
some.
was crazy.
So speaking of storms, we had because Emma still has her Jeep and it's in mint condition, right? So, but when she first got it,
That was
we
that same
still
storm.
right, we still do have it's what's called our hail plan, and it's for Emma's Jeep. Okay, she has a Grand Jeep Cherokee that she does not want any hail damage. So down the road in the gun, not even up at gun, but there's a little. It's not even 20 seconds down the road.
It's just
There's
there's
a-
a gun gas
yeah, it's a
station,
little
but I
gas
call it
station.
Val's. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Someone named Val used to work there.
But it's just
Or
one of
be in
these-
the liquor store. I don't know where.
It's one of those gas stations that has a liquor store attached that you could. It's in one of those convenience stores where you can get a fishing rod, tampons, and a DVD at the same
It has
time.
laundry, coin laundries.
Yeah.
You can put like a bunch of things in the
You
washing
can order
machine.
Avon.
Yeah, they
You can order Avon.
It's awesome.
I mean, the lady gets like peanut butter sauce, like a peanut butter pepperoni cheese sticks made by like the bakery lady in Onaway. Like it's a fucking just cool store.
Yeah.
But anyway, what was I talking about? Where was I going with that? Oh no. Thank you,
the
Haley.
hail plan.
So attached to this is a huge car wash and it's cement, but it doesn't have doors. It's just always open. It's just a drive through. So Emma's plan was if we see a storm coming and we know it may be hail related because we get some shitty hail out here. No offense to my American friends who live in hurricanes and shit. We get like, but it's still scary for us. Was to drive down that 20 seconds, hightail it down the road, and park the Jeep in the fucking car wash
Right.
bays.
But you didn't make it.
No, we didn't. We made it. She fucking went like 60 down our street, made it to the corner, and she parked into the trees, and she said, well, I'm either going to get a tree on the car or I'll be safe. That's
Yeah.
right. And we couldn't even get out of the gate to cross the road because it was at that point it came so fast.
Yeah.
There was zero visibility.
It came down fast and hard. It actually was.
We haven't had a good
pretty
storm like
crazy.
that in a long time though.
No,
I
love
hope
a good
we get one
thunderstorm.
this year.
The smell, the sky, the lightning. We've had some amazing northern lights.
Oh,
Like,
absolutely.
if you haven't been blessed to see the northern lights, Canada is the place to come and check it out. We've had them out here this weekend.
Yeah.
We've had
I saw them
wicked
last night.
first weekend meals. We had chili cheese dog, and then we had tacos today.
And we had the first fire of the season last night at their place. In fact, there was Northern Lights last night. We saw them at
There
your
was.
place.
And I took pictures, so I'm going to post them.
You know when it's funny, and I know a lot of people, especially my friends in the States, that like this is a bucket list thing to come here or go to Alaska, or the territories to see the Northern Lights. And we literally like, oh, here
Yeah.
they come again. We're so lucky to see them like all the time out here. It's really
Yeah,
crazy.
It is.
Yeah.
It is so close to the city, but it's just peace and calm. I've had so many people stop into our site and they're like, Jen, I've had anxiety for months. And like I came out here and it's just like,
Oh, that was Corey was saying that. Yeah, he
Right.
said that this morning.
we all feel that. It's weird. And this is why we've been coming out here for years, and then we've had the place
And
for
every
years.
year we all go, it might be our last season. And again, it might be
No.
all of our last season, but we always somehow manage to find a way because it's like an every weekend vacation.
Yeah.
Because we don't all take vacations every year. We try to take
Exactly.
vacations every year.
Yeah.
But it's just not always possible. So to know that you have this every weekend
Yeah.
to just get out of the city.
Get off
Yeah,
your
we've
electronics.
got internet, yes.
The kids were at the slip and slide today.
Right? But like for
Bouncing
us,
pillows.
with my kids being teenagers, yeah, we've got internet. Yeah, we've got our TV and our fire stick and our wood burning fireplace and it's glamping or whatever. But this is where we're like 50.
As long as my kids still enjoy coming out, we're gonna
That's
come
right.
out. And as long as we can afford it.
That's right. Yeah.
Because it's not a necessity, it's a luxury.
Yeah.
And necessity always comes before luxury, always, especially when you're budgeting and financial and blah blah blah, and it's funny because we did I don't want to talk long about this, but I've had family move out, my parents and my brother, and it's so different without them, and it's so sad, and we're all heartbroken.
But
and
I wasn't wrong when I said it, though. I'm not wrong now when I said Emma and I were talking about it. So before, when we would invite Jen, Mike, and whoever, when we invite the Hofstras for dinner, you didn't get one, you got 8. Because
no, but that's what I loved
that's
about
what
it.
we loved about it is
Yeah.
because it was always the joke. If you invite one, you get all of
Yeah.
them because her brother was here, his wife, their
I
kids,
loved it.
the parents. But now that they're all gone, I said to Jen, when Quincy and Mike are gone, and it's just Jen and the girls and me and Emma,
It's gonna be
I
so
said
quiet.
it's just
different.
it's the Hofstras and
I
us. It's just us now.
understand because for Mike or like for Dave, sorry, it was sacrifice because they had the new baby, and my parents were driving 6 hours. It didn't make
They
sense.
drove to this campground in Alberta from Saskatoon. Almost
Dedication. And loved it here because it's a family. The
That's right.
community is amazing and everybody loves them. But I completely understand why. they left, but I'm so sad. I'm
I
so
know.
devastated. It's just not the same. And
Yeah.
we've driven by a few times, and I've
Yeah.
got my parents. They gave us this little glider bench, and it's
I
just
know, I
so
love
cute.
it.
It's so cute, and yeah,
It's just a different dynamic now.
it's empty. There's
Yeah.
so many empty sites. There's so many people that have moved out, and every
Yeah.
year more and more people move out. But it's very, very different. So we'll see. But like I said, I never was out here for anyone other than my nuclear family, me, my
Yeah.
husband, and my kids. We've gotten this place for us. We've always kept this place for us. It's not if they have friends or don't have friends and this and that. I don't care because there's so many times Brooklyn used to be like, Mom, I'm bored. And I'm like, okay, go play. Like, I don't care.
And that's the other
You
thing
don't
is you can let your
a
kids go
friend.
here and you know that they're coming back because everybody knows whose kid lives where basically, especially our little ones. And you've got friends all over the park. So if our buddy Ty on the other side says, Jen, I just saw Brooklyn over here. I hope that's cool.
Yeah.
Everybody can check in because you know where your kids are, and you can just let them go for 6 hours, and they come back to eat, and then they go again. It's like the 80s, but
Yeah.
not.
But they can go and be kids and get off your stuff, but you're not here
Yeah.
to have friends or make friends or like, yes, you are here to do all that. But at the end of the day, we're not here just for that. So often I let my kids bring their friends. I always have. But at the same time, you don't need that. It's not that's a luxury, not a
But
necessity.
the best
you know
part
what I
about it
mean?
though is because Brooklyn's getting older, she's 12. She doesn't want to hang out with you.
Yeah.
She just doesn't.
But I said to her, like, this might be our last year, and she got pouty, and she's like, oh. And I was like, well, I don't know. Like, how much do you still enjoy going out there? Haley and Quincy are older. They're going to get their own jobs. They're going to be working. They're going to move out. They're going to, all these things. And it's just me, you, and Dad, and it's a lot of money for just three
You
of
know what
us.
that means, Jen? It means the 4 of us travel instead.
I can't wait. Oh, and that's my parents are putting their pool back up again.
Yep.
Because now
That's
they're
why the 4 of us will
Love
just
it.
travel instead.
you can do the things, right? So I love it. We had a great visit. We had fun at the watch party, and fucking let's go Oilers. We're in the second round. Things start back up on Tuesday.
Against Vegas.
We stumbled into that one really cool little store, which you kind of sort of talked about, but it had these tea towels and they had like these sayings from the Oilers.
Oh, one of them said dry the dishes and it was DRI.
Yeah.
What was the McDavid one? I don't even remember. They were
business card down in the
they were
Yeah,
really funny.
They
though.
were so
That
cute.
was a super cute little
They had
store.
lots of Oilers stuff and really great, cute, like collectible things you would never see or think of even buying.
Well, and
that
like
were
homemade
Oilers.
bath salts, homemade rubs. I love those stores in these towns.
Very
that-
affordable, actually.
It actually was,
was
but it's
surprised.
just like it's just she opens that store for all the vendors and she's found all these people, and it was a great little store. Good place to find gifts like for birthdays or Christmas. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
unique things.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And also, actually, I don't think you finished the story about at the grocery store when she didn't have her glasses.
yeah, I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think
Oh,
Jen's
yeah.
edibles kicked in.
Maybe. You're right. Yeah,
No,
okay.
and
I'm just trying to think back
know
and
what,
think
though?
of what we've talked about that we may have not finished because, yeah, we definitely want to make sure that we're finishing our.
It's been a fucking. It's been such a great weekend.
It's been a journey. It's been a roller coaster.
Oh, and then
The
about
weather's been gorgeous. The girls did the pillow. They did the water slide.
yeah, there was a fire at the campground.
Remember last
Unfortunately-
episode, if you heard it, we talked about 2 years ago there was a fire and Mike went and tried and saved it. And it came up
we
in our
talked about the
it-
explosion.
it-
That's
it
right.
came up in our memories, and so I shared pictures on our page. And there actually was another one, sadly, yesterday. Devastating
Hot water tank.
accident.
This thing went up in like 3.5 minutes, man.
That's how
It
fast
was
is.
crazy. When we got there, the fire was blowing out the back end and the windows were blowing out, and we were like,
Scary.
holy fuck. It was really scary. It was
Yeah.
very fucking scary.
But again, just one of those things that we just talked about when we talked about the universe and showing us signs. And that's what I wanted to say too, is that we should reread or watch The Secret, because I think a lot of it, I've never actually read it,
Oh God, I've read it like 20 times.
but I've heard it's similar to what I feel. So I actually want to read it and or watch the movie, and then we can talk about it like we did
Yeah.
with our reality stuff. Just
Oh, for
because
sure. I love
to me
that.
it's interesting. And like I said, I want to see if my medium friend will come on and just maybe give us some kind of reading or
I am excited for guests,
yeah.
and I'm really fucking excited for Shannon to come.
Mm.
So I was actually thinking, you guys, I'm gonna tell you this now.
Yep.
And Shannon, I'll have to.
She'll be okay with it.
Shannon, I'm gonna send you this clip. I want
you.
you, Jen, and Emily, the three of you, to come out on all the same weekend, and we will have a really fun ladies podcast of
Yes.
laughs, and I mean,
Round table. We can
round
talk
table.
about anything.
Talk about anything.
Annan already said that she would talk about being a widow, a young widow, losing her husband on
Yeah.
her honeymoon.
I would like Jen to talk
Huge.
about being arrested in Tijuana
Oh,
and being put in a jail.
holy
That's a good
shit.
story.
Okay. Boom, boom. Who else? What's it? Let's get another
Emily's got some stories, I'm quite certain. I mean, she hangs out in Cowboys in Northeast Calgary. Emma just giggles in the
Emma
background.
I love it.
Yeah, I want to have, and so
we'll do some serious with some laugh with some. We like to have the balance.
it
and
really does have to have the balance, honestly.
I
Like,
do want to talk about serious things. Like I had postpartum depression, things like that. There's some serious
well,
topics.
that's another thing that Jen can talk about too,
Even
because she
Leo
had it.
said losing his mom at a young age. Quincy breaking his jaw at a young age, getting in a car accident, like falling asleep behind the wheel. He was not drinking and driving. But like some of the things our young kids have gone through, some of the things that our best friends have gone through. My best friend has had cancer more than once and, has a lot of things. Like there's so many things that we could talk about that are serious, but still we can just educate, make light, and have fun and laugh and do all the things that we normally do.
We definitely still want to have fun, but yeah, I mean, and actually I was thinking about this earlier, and we didn't talk about this, about talking about it, but I have a funny fucking story I want to tell, but I'm going to ask you the question first, or if you need time to think about it. Out of all of your kids, okay, what story do you have that's the funniest with one of them, where they were so funny that like you were crying? Because I've got one with Jack when he was a toddler, and I don't remember if I told you this story before, when he hurt his nuts in the Walmart cart.
I got it.
You got it?
I got one.
Okay. Do you want me to go first, or do you want to go first?
I'll go first
All
because
right.
he's fast.
Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how
Yeah.
long it is.
So Brooklyn's young. Was the third. She was very smart. Haley was 10 years old. She used to actually take Brooklyn to her room every day. Now you think Brooklyn's 12.
I love that.
Brooklyn's 12. Haley was 2 years younger.
Yeah.
Which is scary to think about.
Haley's very nurturing, though. Like,
always loved.
she's nurturing.
So she would take Brooklyn every day after school to her room for at least an hour. Her and Brooklyn in her room, close the door. It's my time with my sister. Stay the fuck out, Mom.
That's so cute.
And like, if it was my first, there's not a shot in hell that ever would have happened, because
you also had a mature 10-year-old, though. There's a mature Billy, right? You know how your kid is mature.
I know, like, so Haley flipped Quincy out of the back of one of those bouncy chairs when he was 2 weeks old because she wanted to see him, and she peeked on the back and he flipped out and fell on his head and he was fine. So I was like,
that fire sounds so good.
It's like, okay, Brooklyn's gonna be fine. She might fall on her head, but she'll be fine.
Shit.
Just like Quincy.
They're rubber, dude.
Right. So I was like, you know what? And same, so when I had Quincy, Haley wanted to do all the things because she was still nurturing at 3 years old. She wanted to put the Vaseline on the bum or change the diaper or pick the clothes. most days I didn't care. Like, unless I was doing pictures, it was like, he
Yeah.
doesn't have to match. His boots could be on the wrong feet. He could be wearing fairy.
That's
I didn't give two shits. Let them live their best life because they only have so young, like so long to be young
yeah.
and experience that. Like, everything else is taught to you, and all those fears and stuff are taught to you. Like, just let them. That's so. I never found out. Two out of three of my kids, I didn't find out what I was having, because it's a one true thing.
I only knew with Billy.
I love not knowing, because there's no surprises left in this world.
No, there isn't. And you know
No.
what? When the ultrasound came in, they said it's a girl. I said, you know what? I have 3 boys, so until I see vagina, I actually don't believe you.
After I had Brooklyn, they took her away and we're doing whatever, and I was like, "What did I have?" No one even told me what I had.
Oh my
She
God.
was like already whisked away. So yeah, Haley used to take Brooklyn, and
So get to your funny story. Remember, I said I asked you.
yes. So Brooklyn,
I remembered you
Brooklyn
guys. I
matures-
remembered what we were talking about, you guys.
Brooklyn matured fast. She
Yes.
would watch scary movies with Brooklyn at a very
Yeah,
young
Billy
age.
shit.
And she was chasing Quincy around the house. Any words were good words because I don't.
Haley's already laughing.
She knows.
I know she knows.
If a child this young, I think she wasn't even 2, could string this many words together in a sentence that makes sense.
Yeah.
And actually applies to what is going on, this kid is a fucking genius. But she's like, Quincy, she said, if you don't get back here, I'm gonna throw your fucking iPad in the garbage. And it goes back.
Is there nothing funnier than when a
to-
fucking baby or toddler swears?
Gen X parenting.
You have to
Like,
laugh.
if you don't listen to me, I'm gonna throw your fucking iPad in the garbage. Because if you don't discipline them when
I'm
they're
gonna beat
young,
the shit out of you.
before they're big,
Metaphorically, people, we don't beat our kids, but you know what? I'm
No.
certainly gonna threaten to beat them.
Yeah.
Okay. Honestly. No, and that is so funny. Oh my God.
if you don't come back here, I'm gonna throw your fucking iPad in the garbage. I was like, ooh, good job. Like, you don't know if you should high five them or
Right.
like laugh. You turn your head because you're like, this is the funniest thing in the fucking
So-
world. But I don't want her to know that because my kids are class clowns. Quincy, I got a teacher that called me and he was like, he liked the attention of getting the
Yeah.
laughs. And so he was the class clown and he was getting red dots. And Quincy's like, the teacher's going to call you. And I was like, why? Why would the teacher call me? Like, my kids are good. He's like, well, I've gotten too many red dots lately. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, a red dot? Like, in my agenda, based on a stoplight, red, yellow, green. If I'm bad is good, red is so, and good is green. You're good. You did good today.
Oh my God.
So he was getting bad, red. So the teacher's like, I'm calling your mom. And he's like, oh shit. Because my kids knew if you're bad on a Friday, you didn't get electronics all weekend. Just like if you're sick on a Friday, you don't get to play with your friends all weekend. That's how it was for me. That's how it is for you. I don't make you eat liver. So suck it up and fucking go to school on a Friday.
Oh my God. Okay.
My mom sent me to school with monos.
Well, yeah, we got sent to school with everything. Okay, now I gotta tell my funny story.
Yes.
When we first moved up to St. Albert, Jack and Bill were like 3 and 4. And we had gone to Walmart, and Jack was in the bottom part of the cart, and Billy was still small enough that she could be up top in the thing, like where the legs go.
Yeah.
So
Did you belt her or no belt?
No, I never belted them. You did.
But I belted my purse. No, not my kids.
Oh.
Just my purse. So someone
You
did.
belted your person. That's hilarious. I love it. That's amazing.
Does
So
anyone else belt their purse?
never.
I zip it and then belt it.
I just wear it.
But mine's heavy and big.
I just wear it. Okay, so I'm pushing the kids through. Jack's on the bottom, but he's standing. And I said, Jack, if you fall down and your legs go over like this on the cart, I said, you're gonna hurt your balls.
Yep.
And he goes, I said, Jack, you can't stand like that. if you fall down, and that's how I talk to my kids. You're gonna hurt your balls. I'm not gonna be like, you're gonna hurt your little pee pee.
But you know what? Learn it or don't. Figure it out.
Right?
You
So,
choose. The choice is
of
yours.
course, he falls and he goes like this on the cart,
Mm.
and he starts screaming.
Yeah.
Okay, he's a toddler, and he's like, my balls, in Walmart. And we're at the shoes. So now I gotta find the fucking washrooms, that weird back bathroom near the
Oh my God.
warehouse. You know the
Yeah.
one? That
By
one
the-
that
by
nobody's
the
ever in?
diaper.
That's right.
Yeah.
So he's screaming, my balls, my balls. And I'm yelling, stop yelling balls. Stop yelling balls. And Billy's like, Jack, stop. Jack's balls hurt. I'm like, everyone stop yelling balls. So now we get into the bathroom.
Jeff's like, I don't like balls.
Ew. Well, they're tiny, cute little balls. So look, Mom, that's cute. So I push the cart into the handicap stall because it fucking holds the cart and everything. He's like, pull my pants down. They're bleeding. They're bleeding.
Oh no.
I said, Jack, I'll check. Just hang on. And he's like, Mom. I said, just stop saying balls. And I can hear
I
a
hope
lady
they
in the
weren't
stall giggling.
Oh.
I'm like, oh my God. I'm
I've
gonna be on the
so
St.
many
Albert
times.
fucking rant rave. So I pull his pants down. I look and I'm like, oh, you're fine, buddy. You're okay. They're a little red. I said, Jack, you got to be really careful with those. You need those to make babies. And you know what he said? Well, all the babies are dead now.
Wah, wah, wah.
I shit you not.
Oh my
And the lady in the bathroom busted a gut.
How can you not?
She was laughing so hard, and then I fucking started laughing, and Billy doing this. She shook her head in disapproval, like, I can't believe he just said that. But he literally said, well, they're all dead now. And he did it with his head bobbing attitude. It was fucking funny, man. It was so funny.
Oh, remember when I was talking about the encyclopedia? I remember what
Yeah.
I was saying. With the piece, I was like, do you know how to figure this out? Do you know how to work it? And he's like, well, did you try Googling it? And I was like, God damn you. Did you try it?
You know,
Google it.
did you-
I
Jen,
was like, fuck off. No old person thinks to Google shit because half the time our phone isn't even on us.
I just figured out you can actually YouTube everything.
Well, that's the same as Google. That's just a video
No.
Google. Yes.
Well,
it's
yeah, I would
exact-
rather video Google than a reading Google.
But
I would rather watch it.
it tit for tat.
Your
Potato,
fucking
potato.
her fucking edible is kicked in.
Potato. potato.
Core.
I'm just saying.
No, it's good.
It's the exact
can
same
tell.
thing.
I know
You
it
can
feels
tell.
good.
Nice and
What did I
tall.
say?
You can tell. Oh yeah.
You sounded like the Kool-Aid man. Babe, can you fix the fire?
We need a little more
Can
wood
you make
on
it
that.
warm? Well, you better not be dipping
So after
out on
this,
me.
we're gonna put a show on.
Yeah. What do you want to watch?
I don't know. We got to figure out what happened with my husband.
Well, he went home.
No, I know, but we got to pick him up or go there or something because I'd like to see him. In case he might go back to work Monday. He was thinking about it. So we'll see. The office called him and he might. He's
Oh,
the kind of person that if someone needs him, he goes.
Emma too.
Yeah, he doesn't stop. I love that about him. I love that about him. But at the same time, I hate that about him because it's hard.
I know. And it's not that he's choosing them over you. It's just who he is as a person. He can't help it.
Integrity, your word,
Yeah.
your name. That's all you have. And he just never. I'm the same. It's crazy how compatible we are. And fuck, 15 years we've been together now.
Yeah.
So
I,
crazy.
you know what's crazy? In March, when Emma and I have been together for 10 years. That is insanity.
That's exciting.
I can't
amazing.
even believe it.
How many years is that in lesbian there? Years.
Like 50. Do you know what? And we make the joke, and I don't know if you guys have heard the U-Haul. Do you know the U-Haul joke?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. So the joke in the lesbian community, maybe probably more so today.
Oh,
But
look
so-
at that ass.
Good job, babe.
Sorry.
So the joke is women fall in love so hard and fast
I don't.
that
I
no,
got
but
that.
no, lesbians.
My wall.
and
Oh, lesbians.
lesbians
okay.
fall in love so hard and fast that they say
Why?
because some women are need that emotional
They
attachment.
don't like being alone.
Right. So when you
So
find
they're
it,
not in love. It's convenience.
yeah. So they
Not lesbians in general. I'm just saying a lot of people
no no no
are
no
all the same.
no.
But
It is a lesbian thing.
is
Okay.
it? Okay.
So there's a term called U-hauling. So what it is if you met a girl and you're like, oh my God, I met her. She's amazing. Fuck, I'm so in love. And then we make the joke, are you calling the U-Haul? Is it time for the U-Haul already? You guys met each other 72 hours ago. Is it time to move in? So everybody made that joke about me and Emma because it took us 10 months. No, 8 months before we moved in.
Sarah Spider.
Oh man,
10 months.
10 months. And I didn't even fucking have her meet the kids for the first whole month because I didn't want them getting attached to her because
Yeah.
they were still little.
Yeah.
They were only like 5 and 6.
Mm.
So I didn't want them getting attached
Mine
and getting hurt.
were 5 and 8. I know. I get it. 100%. You
And
can
now Emma's like,
to each their own, make your own decisions. But for me,
thanks, babe. Oh, look at you.
kids
with
are
all the
so
work.
fragile. Kids have my whole heart. Every kid calls me Auntie Jen, and it's not because I'm a weirdo. It's because I just truly, genuinely love all kids. Like I love them.
You're a weirdo.
But, I mean, I remember one of my friends, their kids their teachers asked them, like, if mom and dad aren't around, where's the safe space you could go? And they said Auntie Jen, and I'm not their true auntie. And that to me melts my heart more than anything because I want everybody to feel that way
I do.
at my home. Everybody, kids especially. My parents did that for my friends, and some of my friends really needed that. And
Yeah.
so I took note. Like you take note of some of the things that a lot of things you're like, I'm never gonna do that. Like I'm not gonna be like my parent, and then all of a sudden you're exactly like your parent, and you're like, God damn it!
Oh man.
Like they were right.
I know. You know what was funny?
I'm sorry, you were right.
I
I'm sorry, I was horrible.
I was terrible. So bad.
I can't you appreciate them more and more and more. Just for me, every single day, because
Yeah.
it's like, whoa,
Good fire, babe. Look at that fire.
look at it rip.
I hope you
roaring.
guys can hear that.
Oh, I'm sure they can.
Well, now that we've got the audio figured
We could
out.
do like shadow puppetry.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Hey. Wait, no, Jen, like
oh
my
what's
God.
that one character.
What was
I was
that?
like, yup.
oh, that blue thing.
No, from
No, but
Sesame Street.
yeah, but no, put your hand up and we'll do our this our podcast. We look like velociraptors. It's a hurt.
It's supposed to be hurt. Fuck.
We're doing shadow puppet.
I squished your
I'm
head.
squishing you. I'm squishing you. Only people our age will know what that means. It's from Kids in the Hall. I'm squishing you. I'm squishing you. Or wait,
squish your head.
SNL. No, it was Kids in the Hall.
Yeah, it was Kids in the Hall.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, I'm
do
so
we?
excited to watch the Oilers. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say,
recap.
is there anything else we want to discuss for this evening?
We actually were just testing mics, so this is probably perfect amount. I think it was awesome. I had so much fun. I hope the audio is.
We're gonna play this back. No, we're
percent.
going to play this back immediately.
I'm gonna cry if it isn't.
I'm gonna die. I will die if this. If
I
the
might
audio-
just die too. But then we'll come back again. I got knocked down, but I got up again.
Such
You're
a
never
terrible-
gonna keep me
Thanks,
down.
that's fucking like I hate that song so much. It's such a terrible song. All right, well, you know what? Peace out. We're gonna go watch something.
You guys, thanks for sticking through.
We
Tell
hope this is
everybody
amazing.
Episode 9.
Yeah, they don't need to start at the beginning.
The one that was supposed to be number 1.